From this moment on, I will be known as the Phoenix King.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 cartoon characters who can't be redeemed.
Don't do this, Stewie. It will stay with you forever.
Yeah, not worried. For me, this is kinda no bigs.
But now I'm tanned, I'm rested, and I'm ready to give this old town a wedgie again.
That's right, I did it, and I'd break it again if I had the chance.
For this list, we're looking at characters from animated shows who have committed so many heinous deeds that it's hard to imagine them ever being absolved. Are there any cartoon characters you think are beyond redemption? Let us know in the comments. If you like what you're hearing, be sure to check out the full song at the link below.
Roll up on me, backseat pimpin', I got shut down by the system. Roll up on me, backseat pimpin', I got shut down by the system.
Number 10, Sheldon J. Plankton, SpongeBob SquarePants. This one-celled organism has two goals: to conquer the fast food industry and then the world.
Oh, I'll get a Krabby Patty, and you're gonna hand-deliver it to me personally, you weak-minded fool!
In his relentless pursuit of the Krabby Patty secret formula, Plankton has played many mind games with SpongeBob, including literally taking control of his brain.
Now it's time for a little wakey-uppy.
Morning already?
In another instance, he puts SpongeBob's brain in a robot, all in the name of the Chum Bucket. SpongeBob attempts to show Plankton the meaning of friendship and fun, but his diabolical tendencies always win out.
That's all I ever really wanted.
Really?
No, not really. Being evil is too much fun.
Plankton is arguably at his most devious in the first movie, where he succeeds in stealing the Krabby Patty formula and taking over Bikini Bottom. Mr. Krabs is nearly executed for Plankton's crimes, but the villain ultimately winds up in the institution for the criminally tiny. Number 9, Azula, Avatar: The Last Airbender. Zuko has one of the best redemption arcs in any medium, but his sister is another story.
My own mother thought I was a monster. She was right, of course, but it still hurt.
At a young age, Azula demonstrated signs of great callousness, smirking at the idea of her grandfather dying and her father ascending the throne. As a teenager, she not only masters firebending, but also the art of manipulation.
You've beaten me at my own game.
Don't flatter yourself. You were never even a player.
During the coup of Ba Sing Se, she almost succeeds in killing Aang, which would have ended the Avatar cycle forever. Azula proves to be her own worst enemy, however, alienating her allies and losing her mind in the process. While Kuvira is every bit as ruthless as Azula, at least she surrendered and took some responsibility in the end.
Stand down. This battle is over.
Azula, meanwhile, continues her tricks even after the 100-Year War. Number 8, Roger Smith, American Dad. Between framing Kevin Bacon, almost drowning a baby, and being responsible for the apocalypse, there aren't enough golden turds in the world to make up for what Roger has done. The way he casually walks away from almost every atrocity he commits, it's clear that remorse is a foreign concept to this alien.
I apologize, everyone. I'm the one who ended the world. Save these babies, though.
Even ignoring all that, Roger would warrant a place on this list with just one persona: Ricky Spanish.
Carol, I robbed. Eduardo, I stabbed. Tina, I taught how to kiss. Gave her some bad information, never corrected it.
Ricky earns his reputation as the most hated man in Langley Falls, kicking old ladies and setting petting zoos ablaze for fun. It's really saying something when even Roger is appalled by one of his own personas. Ricky even manages to convince the eternally optimistic Steve that some individuals are simply incapable of change.
You've made so much progress. You've changed.
People don't change, Steve. You're thinking of changelings.
Number 7, the Joker, the DC Animated Universe. In the DCAU, no hero has a greater rogues gallery than Batman. Where many of Batman's foes have their sympathetic and identifiable moments, though, the Joker is straight up scum. Terror is a game to the Joker, and he relishes every depraved act that he inflicts upon Gotham.
But now I'm tanned, I'm rested, and I'm ready to give this old town a wedgie again.
If we had to single out the worst thing the Joker has done in this continuity, manipulating Harley and pushing her out of a window would certainly rank high.
You always take shots from folks who just don't get the joke.
Yet it doesn't get much darker than the time he kidnapped Robin and warped his mind. It's not the death in the family storyline, but it's every bit as unsettling.
I'll begin with how I peeled back the layers of the boy's mind. Though he bravely tried to fight it at first.
Number 6. Aku, Samurai Jack. Some irredeemable characters are a product of the environments that they grew up in. Aku's name literally translates to evil, however, which tells you everything about his nature.
Nothing of this world can harm me, for I am Aku, the Shogun of Sorrow, the deliverer of darkness.
From the moment this shape-shifting being gains sentience, his sole purpose is to spread his unspeakable evil. Many of the characters on this list merely try to take over the world. Aku not only succeeds in his plot for world domination, but he reigns supreme for thousands of years. Samurai Jack seeks to prevent this dire future by traveling back to the past, challenging Aku at every turn.
I am the lost son of the land that you have pillaged. I am here to reclaim it. For my people, for my father, for my birthright.
Aku's actions are only made darker when you consider the Cartoon Network shared universe theory. Submerging the world into darkness is one thing, but destroying Townsville is truly unforgivable. Number 5. Charles Montgomery Burns, The Simpsons. Since The Simpsons has been on for over 30 years, we don't have enough time to go over all of Mr. Burns' sins. In the Who Shot Mr. Burns two-parter alone, however, he enrages the entire town, blocks out the sun, and most despicable of all, attempts to steal candy from a baby.
He said, drop it!
Burns has channeled the likes of Cruella de Vil, the Grinch, and Satan himself. Even when Burns seemingly turns over a new leaf, he ends up sweeping the sea clean.
You're still evil, and when you're trying to be good, you're even more evil.
He's also not above trying to drown a 10-year-old boy whom he previously ran over with his car. We don't understand how Smithers could love such a wicked man, or why the US government would trust him with $1 trillion.
Is that the $1 trillion bill in his hand?
That would be pretty careless of me, wouldn't it? I keep the real bill right here.
Number 4. Fire Lord Ozai, Avatar: The Last Airbender. Where Zuko takes after his mother, Azula is definitely her father's daughter. Both are sadistic. However, the damage that Fire Lord Ozai causes is on a much grander scale. After scheming his way onto the throne, Ozai almost finishes what his predecessors started.
Now, I will use its power to end the Earth Kingdom. Permanently.
Overthrowing the Earth Kingdom isn't enough. Inspired by Azula, he plots to burn the Earth Kingdom down and rise up as the Phoenix King.
It's time for this world to end in fire, and for a new world to be born from the ashes.
Ozai would have succeeded too if Aang hadn't stripped him of his bending abilities. Genocidal aspirations aside, Ozai lost his shot at redemption when he physically and emotionally scarred his son to teach him a lesson. Even behind bars, Ozai still finds a way to throw the world out of balance.
The new Fire Lord has graced me with his presence in my lowly prison cell.
You should count yourself lucky that the Avatar spared your life.
Number 3. Vicky, The Fairly OddParents. Between Azula and Vicky, actress Grey Griffin has a knack for voicing irredeemable characters. If Timmy Turner had even remotely competent parents, his babysitter would have been hauled off by Child Protective Services a long time ago.
Hi, Vicky. I'm going to bed!
Heck, if any adult in Dimsdale paid more attention, she'd be in jail. Since almost everyone is oblivious, Vicky is free to bully Timmy to ridiculous degrees. If Vicky could, she'd take over the world in a heartbeat. Given her limited resources though, she usually settles for torturing young children and loving every minute of it. Whenever Vicky does get her hands on a magical power source, she uses it to spread chaos like wildfire. Sorry, Vicky, but losing a turtle as a child hardly excuses your actions.
Let's see if I have everything I need to ensure the proper amount of quality child supervision. Ear cleaner, nostril scrubber, and painful high-speed clothes dryer.
Number 2, Stewie Griffin, Family Guy. Honestly, every major character on Family Guy is worthy of a spot on this list. Where the other Griffins became irredeemable over time, though, Stewie is the only one who's been a bad seed from the beginning. Stewie has gone through various changes since the pilot, but his desire to see his own mother 6 feet under hasn't wavered.
Damn you, vile woman! You've impeded my work since the day I escaped from your wretched womb.
On a few occasions, he's come close to offing Lois, but she always gets back up.
Victory is mine!
Wow, I should really watch where I'm going.
What the deuce?
And attempted murder is far from Stewie's worst offense. He's beaten up one family dog over money and disposed of another over a teddy bear. Stewie has senselessly taken numerous lives over the years, although watching his therapist perish from a heart attack is perhaps his cruelest moment.
Don't do this, Stewie. It will stay with you forever.
Yeah, not worried. For me, this is kinda no bigs.
Before we unveil our most despicable number 1 pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Ren and Stimpy franchise. Ren is beyond help.
I was a curious child with, let us say, unusual taste.
Bill Cipher, Gravity Falls, for unleashing Weirdmageddon, among other things.
I've got the kids! I think I'm gonna kill one of them now, just for the heck of it!
Queen Chrysalis, My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic. Not even friendship can change this changeling.
There is no revenge you could ever conceive of that will come close to what I will exact upon you one day, Starlight Glimmer.
Angelica Pickles, Rugrats. Taking out an innocent lamp in its prime, that's hard time.
That's right, I did it, and I'd break it again if I had the chance.
Demona, Gargoyles. Basically Lady Macbeth with wings.
If you are not my ally, then you are my enemy.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, Eric Cartman, South Park. How irredeemable is Cartman? Well, one year he was so bad that he actually owed Santa presents.
Some kids actually try to cram in a lot of niceness right at the end.
That's so lame of them.
What Cartman does to Scott Tenorman's parents is reason enough to reserve him a permanent spot on the naughty list.
After a night with the hacksaw, I was all ready to put on my chili con carnival so that I could tell you personally about your parents' demise. And of course, feed you your chili. Do you like it? Do you like it, Scott? I call it Mr. and Mrs. Tenorman chili.
He's been responsible for countless other deaths, mostly hippies. What do you expect from a kid who's fixated on becoming the next Führer? Of all the people in South Park, Kyle and Butters are probably the ones who Cartman has wronged the most. Would you rather be locked in a bomb shelter for almost a week or sent to an ICE detention center? In more recent seasons, Cartman has made an attempt to be more sensitive. It's never long, however, until he reverts back to his wicked ways.
God damn it, I'll never try to be nice again!
Do you agree with our picks? Let us know in the comments. And hey, if you're a fan of the song playing right now, be sure to check out the music video for it right here.
Roll up on me, backseat pimpin', I got shut down by the system. Roll up on me, backseat pimpin', I got shut down.